What if wherever they come from, somebody is in Minot shutting off the missiles? Why? I mean, is that to show us that they can do that? Is that why would you do that?
Can I try that? First of all, the world is facing a crisis right now about nuclear weapons. I don't have to remind you about
Right.
Those possibilities in countries that are trying to acquire nuclear weapons. We have enough, and we've had enough nuclear weapons to destroy every living thing on Earth for a long, long time.
Right.
And it would not take much to start a nuclear war, in my opinion. And that risk is getting worse. So I do believe that, and I think they are extraterrestrial, and this is just my opinion, that they are here to at least point to the fact that we are on the verge of annihilation, of suicide, if you will, our own civilization. And they would like to see us get rid of these weapons. And that's the message I got from my incident. That's my own conclusion.
Okay.
That this was strictly a message. Get rid of your weapons. Get rid of those nuclear weapons. They are not weapons of war, by the way. They're weapons of mass destruction.
Right.
They would never be used in a real war because it would just be a complete suicide for civilization, like I said.
Anyone else want to jump in? Yes. Sergeant Scott?
Yeah, in June of 2001, President Bush came on scene on ABC News, and it was carried throughout the networks and in Popular Mechanics magazine. He had with him a general from the Air Force, and he was announcing that the general was going to be the head of a new military force called the Space Force. And they were going to build this force and also put a military base on the moon. Now, nobody questioned him on why, what was the purpose for that. But then September 11th comes around, the terrorist attack comes, this general is posted as the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and the Space Force never comes about. The question I have still, why did he want to create a new military force for outer space unless there's a threat?
We have a space force. It's in existence. And it's been written about extensively. It's there.
Good.
All right.
Illegitimate. My question is, what should they have done, and what should we start insisting the Air Force do?
They should have been honest about it. They should have
couldn't agree
been
more with
straightforward
honesty.
about it and let the people handle it. This belongs with the people. The people should decide something of this import and not a small group of individuals in and out of government, which is what is going on right now. There is a small group of individuals inside government and outside government that are controlling this phenomenon. They're controlling the technology, they're controlling what's said about it, they're spreading disinformation about it, they are controlling the press, I think. And that's how they're keeping the ridicule factor going.
Well, 1967 or 66, during your experience, that's 45 years ago. 46 years ago.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Why aren't they releasing some of these statements by now, if you have any reasons for it? I mean, I just want to... I want to understand this as best I can. There's no way to pry open a can unless you have the right tools to pry it open with.
If you just want my opinion, I'll be glad to.
Yes, well, that's what I'm asking. I want to know anybody
opinion.
else's opinion if you have one.
I do think it's about power and greed. It is not about concern for public safety. That window passed a long time ago. But right now, because they have discovered so much about of the technology, and many other things regarding to this phenomenon, including paranormal subjects like telepathic thought, things like that, which are part of this phenomenon. We didn't talk about it, but it is part of the phenomenon. And the abductions that are going on, another part of this phenomenon. This is such a complex thing that these secrets are so powerful that the men controlling this, men and women that are controlling this, I think the main motivation is power and greed.